Hey guys, welcome back to Gulfside Bait Works. It is a stormy August afternoon and we are going to do another mold review. Last time I said that was our last swamp trout one, but I was wrong. We actually do have one more swamp trout mold, and that's one we're going to do today. And this one is actually a collaboration mold. It's called the SGSCollab, and it is a collaboration between Swamp Trout and goblinbaits. And as you'll see here, it's a thinner one, but it's still a big long bait. You see way up in there where the head is. It's a big bait. One really cool thing about this is this bait was actually molded off of a real fish. I believe it was a shad that goblinbaits preserved, and he made a resin mold that make hard baits with it, and then he sent it to Swamp Trout, and Swamp Trout made both a soft plastic mold and a resin mold. So I know when Swamp Trout puts out baits from this mold for sale, he says it's the 3-in-1 bait, or 3 baits 1 mold, or 3 baits 1 fish. So it's pretty cool that there's like different versions of it and different things going on. It's got the big 15mm eyes, just like all of his other ones. Well, all of them except the creek shot. Yeah, right now I've got the plastic warming up, and we're gonna do a shad color today. We're gonna do a bleeding shad. So once the plastic's out of the vac, we will get that going. So I'll see you guys back in just a minute. Alright, so we had a little mess up there. My phone ran out of space, so it didn't complete the whole video for the last section. I don't know where I lost it, so we're just going to redo this. Here's what we're pouring. We got 1/16 of silk pearl in one. The middle one is 5 drops of cherry red, and it is a bleeder. That's why I got it in a separate bag. It's probably the worst bleeder of any of the plastics I have, or any colorants I have, but I mean, you can't beat that color red. It's amazing. Now the top, we got 10 drops of black. I've got some of this Assassin Super Shift from Dip Spade. It comes in a powder, but I mixed it up with some worm oil to make a liquid. And then I also just put a little teeny tiny bit of 1/64 of silver pearl in there. So those are our colors. We're going to go ahead and pour it again after our mess up. And hopefully this time we don't screw it up like we did last time. Alright. So, and here's our, actually, you know what? I want a little bit more of that. There we go. Alright. And now some red for our bloody bloodline. And we're going to top it off with our black. So we're just working our way back, slowly filling the tail. All right, there we go. So we're just going to give this a little time to cool off, and then we will be back. Sorry I lost the footage of me mixing the stuff up, but I'm sure we've all seen that before, so hopefully you guys can forgive me for that. So see you soon once this guy cools down. All right, we're back, ready to pull this guy out. So let's check it out. Still a little on the warm side. All right, there we go. So there is our bloody shad. Got, some dark on the top, the red mixed in everywhere. Still a nice silvery belly. So yeah, that's our bloody shad. And I'll also show you the one that I made before when the video got messed up. This one I poured a little cooler, so our lines are a little more defined. So, you know, if you pour it a little cooler, like 330 or so, you can get it like that. You pour it hotter, close to like 340, 350, you can get a little more mixing in the colors. But yeah, so that's our colorway, our bloody shad. And you can see that with this mold, you really get to show off colors because of the angles. And here in the tail, you can see a little bit of that stuff I added from Dip Spade to the black. That's really just there to give the black a little pop. Yeah, so here we go. Here are our colors and our baits. Pretty sweet. That is the SGS mold. Now, these guys need eyes, so we'll put you back over here. Make sure you're looking in the right direction. All right, so got my eyes, and of course our Loctite super gel that we like to use for these. There's one. Flip them over, get the other side. Got a little super glue on my finger. Don't like that. But I'll probably live. So, that's okay. Alright, whoa. That one's being stubborn coming off. One nice thing about using these big eyes is they're fairly easy to put on. That one's pretty straight back. Alright, so there we go with our eyes. A little stuff on there, but made a big mess on the table working today. But yeah, so there's one bloody shad, and here's the other. And those are, again, 15mm eyes. So here we go. Let's check it out. So these are our SGS collab baits made by Swamp Trout, but it is a collab between Swamp Trout and Goblinbaits. And we did the Silk Pearl, Cherry Red from Lureworks, and then a little bit of Silver Pearl, some black from Lureworks, and Dip Spade Assassin Super Shift all mixed together for the tops. But yeah, there we go. That's our bait. I think it came out pretty cool for our bloody shad. And if you're interested in this mold, you got to DM Swamp Trout on Instagram, and I will link his information on the bottom. And I did pour it in a few other molds. Got goblin baits, some more Swamp Trout, and a couple of baits from Bait and Tackle. So check out my Instagram if you want to see those. And yeah, so thank you for coming by Gulfside Baitworks, and have a great day. I would appreciate if you have any thoughts on it, if you commented, and of course if you like or subscribe, I would appreciate that. And hopefully we see you next time.